I broke a glass the other day. Maybe you've done that. It's a weird experience because your entire world comes to a stop until you can clean up all the pieces of broken glass. Hey, nobody come in the kitchen. We got a situation here. Here's how I clean up broken glass. First of all, I put my shoes on. That's not true. The very first thing I do is I look in my shoes to make sure no pieces of broken glass got in there. Then I put my shoes on. The next thing I do is I go around and I pick up all the big pieces of glass that are safe enough for me to handle with my bare hands, and then I throw them out. I throw out the pieces of glass, not my hands. The next thing I do is I get some sort of implement for the slightly smaller pieces of glass. I get a cloth if it's on the counter, or I get the broom and the dustpan for the pieces of glass on the floor. And the next thing I do is I get a flashlight and I shine that around looking for little glimmers because that may show me a piece of glass that I didn't catch with one of the first steps. Here's the really sad thing about breaking glass. You're practically guaranteed not to find all the pieces. There's going to be one piece hiding there and you're going to find it the painful way, if you know what I mean. Now, what if I told you you need to approach writing a speech exactly the same way that you approach cleaning up broken glass? Most people start the speechcraft process exactly the same way. You get the ideas out of your head onto paper, or your computer, however you roll is fine with me. But think of that as the moment equivalent to the glass shattering in your kitchen. And now it's your job to get it all cleaned up, right? What if you cleaned up the glass in your kitchen exactly the same way you cleaned up your speeches? You did all the stuff I talked about in the opening. You got your shoes, you got your flashlight, you cleaned up all the pieces of glass you could find. And then the next day you went back and you did it all again. And the day after that you went back and you did it all again. Maybe you stopped using your kitchen altogether because you were so afraid you might discover that one piece of glass the hard way. And you kept cleaning, and you kept cleaning, and you kept cleaning up your kitchen. That is a horrible way to live, and I'm here to tell you that is a horrible way to create a speech as well. You need to clean up your speech exactly the same way you clean up glass in your kitchen. You do it with care and concern, don't get me wrong, but the thing is you don't go back and do it over and over and over again. At some point, you just stand back after a good amount of effort and say, you know, I really hope I got everything, but I probably didn't. Resign yourself to the fact that somebody is just going to discover something you left in there the painful way. It's going to happen. One day you're going to get off the stage and somebody is going to walk up to you and ask, hey, I didn't understand the point you were making there. Or, you keep saying they. You never told us who they are. Or the one that keeps me up at night. I'll tell a joke and it will fall flat. And I won't realize why until I go back and watch the video and realize I didn't give them the context. I didn't set it up properly. It's going to hurt because you discovered it the hard way. You thought you cleaned it up properly, but you missed something. If you treat cleaning up your speech the same way you treat cleaning up broken glass in your kitchen, you will save yourself a ton of frustration and time in the future. Give up the relentless pursuit of perfection. Give your speech a good, honest edit, but at some point just resign yourself to the fact that you're not going to find everything. There are some pieces of broken glass you can only find the painful way by walking on them. And there are some problems with your speech that you're only going to find the painful way, by walking out there onto the stage. Just hope that when you find it, it's not too painful. Keep it tuned here to lastrites.com for more speaking tips. That's last-writes.com. And if you follow me on social media or sign up for my email newsletter, you will be made aware of new videos as they become available. And together we, that's you and I, we will lay boring speeches to rest by giving them the last rites. Not again!